Welcome to your weekend weather guide. This Valentine's weekend, the UK faces a dramatic clash of three air masses: cold Arctic air from the north, wet Atlantic systems from the west, and wintry North Sea influences from the east. Your weather will vary greatly depending on your location and the day. Expect everything from crisp sunshine to heavy rain and icy hazards. We'll break down the forecast day by day, highlight key risks, and offer practical advice to keep you safe and prepared. From city-specific outlooks to tips for braving the cold or storms, we've got you covered. Let's dive into the details and help you make the most of this dynamic British winter weekend. Friday marks a dramatic turning point in the week's weather story. After days of mild, damp conditions, a powerful shift is on the horizon. The familiar drizzle and gray skies will soon be replaced by a sharp, biting Arctic chill, sweeping down from the north. This isn't just a subtle change, it's a full transformation, and you'll feel it as the day unfolds. As the rain and hill snow gradually clear southwards, a surge of cold air rushes in behind. By late afternoon, you'll notice the wind picking up and temperatures starting to tumble. The mildness of the morning will be a distant memory by evening, as the mercury drops rapidly, leaving the air feeling raw and brisk. Overnight, a widespread and severe freeze will grip the country. In the Scottish Glens, temperatures could plummet as low as 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, with other regions seeing lows of 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Even urban areas will feel the chill, with frost forming on cars, rooftops, and gardens. It's a night for extra blankets and hot drinks. With such a sharp drop in temperature, untreated surfaces will quickly ice over. Pavements, roads, and steps will become treacherous, especially from late Friday night into the early hours of Saturday. Black ice may be invisible but poses a real danger for anyone out and about. If you're planning to travel early on Saturday, it's wise to allow extra time for your journey. Check your route for ice warnings, drive slowly, and be prepared for delays. Pedestrians should take extra care on footpaths and crossings, as even a short walk could be slippery. Now is the time to prepare your home for the cold snap. Make sure your heating is working efficiently, bleed radiators to maximize warmth, and don't forget to bring outdoor pets inside where it's safe and warm. Protect pipes from freezing and check on vulnerable neighbors if you can. Saturday will dawn bright and sunny for many, but don't be fooled by the sunshine. The air will remain frigid and the ground icy. Bundle up if you're heading out and enjoy the crisp, wintry beauty, but stay cautious on slippery surfaces. Stay alert for what meteorologists call the ice window, that period overnight and into the morning when slips, falls, and accidents are most likely. Emergency services are often busiest during these hours, so take extra care. Friday night's deep freeze is just the beginning. The weekend ahead promises dramatic contrasts, so keep an eye on the forecast and be ready for whatever the weather brings next. Saturday, February 14th, will be the weekend's highlight for most of the UK. Expect clear blue skies and bright winter sunshine, but temperatures will stay near freezing with a biting wind chill. Dress in layers: thermal base, fleece, windproof coat, hat, scarf, gloves, to enjoy the outdoors safely. From southern England to central Scotland, it's a rare, dry, and sunny winter day. Northern hills and the Pennines will sparkle under snow, perfect for photos or a brisk walk. By evening, clouds and milder air will start to edge into the southwest, bringing a risk of freezing rain and black ice in the Midlands. Enjoy the beauty but stay cautious. Conditions can change quickly. Sunday brings a dramatic shift as the Atlantic storms in. Expect heavy rain and strong winds, especially in western regions. Wales, Northern Ireland, and the southwest could see 10-15 mm of rain and gusts up to 55 mm. Flooding is a risk in already saturated areas. Stay alert if you live near rivers. Secure loose garden items and prepare for travel disruption, especially on exposed routes. Temperatures will rise, but the wind and rain will make it feel unpleasant. Sunday is a day to stay indoors and let the storm pass. The contrast with Saturday's calm will be striking, a true showcase of British winter's unpredictability. London and the south are in for a weekend of dramatic contrasts, with the weather shifting rapidly from one day to the next. If you're making plans, you'll want to pay close attention to the forecast, as conditions will change quickly and could impact your activities. After a crisp and frosty Friday night, Saturday dawns bright and clear across much of London and the south. Sunshine will dominate the skies, making it a fantastic day to get outside. Whether you're strolling along the Thames, exploring local parks, or simply enjoying the fresh air. However, don't be fooled by the sun. Temperatures will remain low, so be sure to wrap up in warm layers if you're heading out early. The air will feel brisk, especially in shaded spots, and frost may linger on the ground through the morning. But don't get too comfortable. By Sunday, the weather takes a sharp turn. A band of heavy rain sweeps in, bringing blustery winds and a much more unsettled feel. Up to 10–15 mm of rain could fall in just a few hours, making for slippery pavements and difficult travel. Gusty winds will whip through the city, so if you're planning to be out and about, pack an umbrella and expect some delays. In the southwest, the story is similar, but the timing is different. Clouds and strengthening winds begin to move in on Saturday evening, signaling the approach of a powerful storm system. By Sunday, the region will be battered by strong gusts and persistent driving rain. Coastal areas, especially in Cornwall and Devon, could see rough seas and hazardous conditions, so take extra care if you're near the water. Cardiff and South Wales will also experience this dramatic shift. Saturday starts off bright and inviting, perfect for enjoying the outdoors or running errands. But by Sunday, heavy rain returns, and with river levels already high, there's an increased risk of flooding in low-lying areas. Local authorities are monitoring the situation closely, so keep an eye on updates if you live nearby. Across the southeast, Saturday is the day to make the most of any outdoor plans, as the weather will be calm and pleasant. By Sunday, however, the region will be swept by wet and windy conditions, making it a good day to stay indoors, catch up on reading, or enjoy a cozy afternoon at home. While milder air will return with the rain, it won't be enough to offset the stormy, unsettled feel. The combination of wind, rain, and mild temperatures will make it feel damp and uncomfortable, especially for those caught outside. With all this in mind, it's important to stay updated on local weather alerts, especially if you're in flood-prone areas or planning to travel. Keep an eye on the forecast, take precautions, and be prepared for rapidly changing conditions throughout the weekend. Manchester and the Northwest enjoy a bright, cold Saturday, perfect for walks, but bundle up. Sunday flips the script, rain, wind, and possible flooding return. In the Midlands, watch for freezing rain Saturday evening. Black ice could make roads treacherous. Newcastle in the Northeast may see North Sea snow showers on Saturday, with a risk of localized snow accumulations. By Sunday, wind and rain spread everywhere, making outdoor plans unappealing. Yorkshire and the Humber get a stunning Saturday, then a wet, windy Sunday. The cold will be biting, so dress accordingly. Prepare for rapid changes and stay cautious, especially if traveling. Edinburgh and Glasgow wake up to a wintry scene, with snow showers dusting the streets and a severe frost gripping the cities. The early hours are marked by icy pavements and rooftops glistening under a pale morning light, making travel tricky and painting a classic Scottish winter picture. As the day unfolds, the snow gives way to a bright, cold Saturday. Sunlight breaks through, casting long shadows and inviting people outdoors, even as the air remains crisp and chilly. Locals wrap up warm to enjoy the rare winter sunshine, making the most of the clear skies. But the weather takes a turn on Sunday, as rain sweeps into the central belt. The hills surrounding the city see another layer of snow, while the streets below become slick and wet, signaling a shift to more unsettled conditions. Milder air gradually moves in, causing the snow to melt and mist to form across the landscape. The transition brings a sense of relief from the biting cold, but also a reminder of how quickly Scottish weather can change. Over in Belfast and across Northern Ireland, Saturday dawns bright and cold. The sun sparkles on frosty fields and city streets, creating a picturesque winter morning. It's a perfect day for a brisk walk or a quiet moment in the countryside, with the air fresh and invigorating. However, Sunday brings a dramatic change as strong winds whip through the region and heavy rain lashes Belfast. The weather turns wild, with gusts rattling windows and rain making travel hazardous. Along the coast, winds could reach up to 55 miles per hour, sending waves crashing and making coastal areas especially dangerous. Residents are urged to take care near the shoreline and secure any loose outdoor items. In Cardiff and across Wales, Saturday offers a crisp, clear start. Frost sparkles on the grass, and the air is filled with the promise of a bright winter's day. It's a great time to get outside before the weather turns. By Sunday, though, heavy rain sweeps in, raising the risk of flooding, especially in low-lying areas and along rivers. Roads may become impassable, and communities are advised to stay alert for changing conditions. The Brecon beacons are particularly vulnerable, with swollen rivers and saturated ground increasing the flood threat. Hikers and residents should be cautious and check local updates before venturing out. Meanwhile, the Scottish Highlands will be breathtakingly beautiful but extremely cold on Saturday. Snow blankets the mountains, and the sky is a brilliant blue, creating postcard-perfect scenes for those willing to brave the chill. Deep frost clings to the trees, and the sunshine glints off the snow, making for a magical winter landscape. It's a day for photographers and adventurers alike. On Sunday, conditions become more challenging, with a mix of snow, sleet, and rain sweeping across the mountains. Visibility drops, and travel becomes difficult, especially at higher elevations. Blizzards are possible on the highest ground, with strong winds and heavy snowfall combining to create hazardous conditions. Only experienced hikers should consider venturing out, and even then, with extreme caution. Across all these regions, Saturday is the day to enjoy the outdoors, whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the hills, or simply soaking up the winter sun. It's a brief window of calm before the storms arrive. By Sunday, it's time for caution and preparation. People are urged to stay indoors where possible, avoid unnecessary travel, and make sure their homes are ready for the incoming storms. Keep a close eye on local weather warnings and be prepared for rapid changes. The weekend brings both beauty and danger, so stay safe, stay informed, and make the most of the moments of calm. Preparation is key for this weekend's wild weather. For icy conditions, drive slowly, check your car, and wear shoes with good grip. Secure garden items before Sunday's gales. Furniture and bins can become hazards. If you're in a flood-prone area, know where to get sandbags, and check flood alerts. Check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors. Cold can be dangerous. Ensure your heating works, and bring outdoor pets inside during the freeze. Know where your water stopcock is in case of frozen pipes. And hold off on spring gardening. More frosts are likely. Simple steps now will help you stay safe and comfortable, whatever the weather brings. After this weekend's wild swings, next week's forecast is highly uncertain. The jet stream's path is unpredictable, leaving two possible scenarios: more stormy, wet weather, or a return to cold, dry conditions. If the Atlantic dominates, expect more rain and flood risk. If Arctic air returns, prepare for frosty nights and sunny days. The difference is huge, so check daily forecasts for updates. Don't rely on early predictions. Conditions may change quickly. For now, focus on navigating this weekend's sun, snow, and storms. Stay informed, stay safe, and be ready for whatever comes next.